I'm going to show you how I work with my chives. I've dehydrated them before the long way, and they tend to lose their color. Plus, my cat wants to eat them, so I'll give him some of these so he can eat them and have that wonderful, wonderful breath, you know. He loves greens, and I don't like using. I mean, I have a microwave, but I don't like microwaves. Okay, so I don't want to dry my herbs. You can dry your herbs in the microwave, and they'll keep their green. There's other ways of doing it, but this is how I do it. I take my handy dandy magical scissors, and I just clip, you know, like a, I clip it like a, you know, a little chive that you get on that you have on your potato. Okay. I'm chopping it into a baking sheet. What I do is when I get done chopping these up, I put it in a thin layer, and then I stick it in the freezer for maybe an hour, maybe less, because it doesn't take very long. Then they are divided. They're not in a mass, and it's really easy at that point to just kind of scoop them together and put them in a plastic baggie. I store them in my freezer. And then they're just wonderful to put on baked potatoes, or if you want them in something that you make, you know, you can put them in dips and things like that. So they're just wonderful. They're one herb that I enjoy working with in the freezer more than I enjoy, you know, drying it and using it later. Also, you can do that with, if you have fresh basil, make yourself some pesto, but leave out kind of like the walnuts, which I don't ever use the walnuts anyway, or the pine nuts really. And just, you can freeze that and make that up, make your pesto up with everything, like the cheese and did I do the cheese? Yeah, I think I did everything. The oil, the basil, the cheese, and I put it in my ice cube tray and freeze it, and then I pop out ice cubes, and it's wonderful to finish off pasta with. So we're big around here in using our herbs and culinary herbs, but you know what? Food is medicine. Is the best thing ever, and it tastes wonderful. You infuse it with lots and lots of love. Well, even, you know, even from when you're gathering your herbs, you're thinking about the people that you're going to be helping, that you love. You know, you're connecting with the overlighting diva of the different herbs, the fairy kingdom. I totally believe in the elemental angels. You're connecting with them. You're thinking about what you're going to cook for people, the love you're going to infuse it with, and then when you make food, you infuse it again with healing energy and love, and it becomes an amazing healing. Yeah, just wonderful for the people around you. Love is the healing balm of all healing balms. So the more love you can put into anything that you do, the cooler and the better it's going to be. Well, I'm going to get back to this work. I'm going to do one more video where I'm going to show you how I'll lay out my herbs upstairs to dry. And so we have wonderful herbs for culinary and medicinal use. And once again, I want to show you, where did I put it? Okay. This is the oil that I did earlier, where I used all my flowers, my herbal flowers, and I'm making infused oil. I'm going to put that in the window for 3 days and use light to infuse it. Traditionally, in Appalachian folk medicine, we dry our flowers or dry our herbs, pack them down in a jar, put herb oil on it, and infuse it for a year. You can also use fresh herbs that way. But this time I'm taking a quick path because two things. Of course, you know, I'm getting well. I am well. I am well. I am healthy. I am whole. And also, a lot of my herbs and all things are down in North Carolina in storage from where we had moved off the homestead. So I got to go back and get. I've got just like, good grief, dozens and dozens of jars of wonderful herbs and concoctions. So I got to go back down there and get it. So I'm a little low around here, so I'm having to do things in more of a fast track kind of way, you know. Alright guys, so that's how I do my chives. I cut them in little bits, put them on on a thin layer on the freezer sheet, put them in the freezer for an hour or so, then I put them in a baggie, and I use them, just pull them straight out, sprinkle them on a potato, put them in a dip, top off a soup, whatever, mix with some sour cream, just whatever you want to do. They're lovely, they're wonderful. Okay, thank you so much.